immigration crisis is unfolding this morning along the southern border. Officials in Arizona are scrambling to help about 750 migrant children. They're in custody of a former warehouse in Nogales on the Mexican border. The children crossed into Texas illegally last month and were bused to Arizona. Federal officials say they bought mattresses, toilets, and showers to the facility this weekend. Listen to this. 47,000 children crossed the border by themselves so far just this year, and that amount is double last year's number.
Para el caso de México, cuando se firmaba el Tratado de Libre Comercio en 1994, nos decían que México iba a ser parte del primer mundo, que iba a ser parte del mundo desarrollado, que se iban a generar más empleos, que la población iba a tener mejores condiciones de vida, que habría una disminución del precio de las mercancías y que serían de mejor calidad, y que México tendría un enorme crecimiento económico.
When NAFTA was passed, corn started coming down more cheaply from the U.S. since it's subsidized in the U.S. than what they could produce there. So they could no longer raise any money. They could still grow corn to eat, maybe more expensively, but they couldn't sell their surplus to be able to make their livelihood anymore. So a lot of people had to find work where they could, and for many people that meant coming.
Understand that there is a connection between trade and immigration, and that until the economies of origin, Mexico or Nicaragua, or Guatemala or Honduras or wherever, are strong, so those farmers can stay home and those businessmen can have their businesses and can create wealth in their own countries and feed their families, they will continue to come north because they have no choice.
The poverty is extreme. I mean, I'm talking about homes that are just built out of tarps and pieces of wood.
It isn't easy.
But they're independent and they're on their own from the time of 8, 9, 10.
She's seen children as young as 5 years old living on the streets alone.
There's not a lot of hope for a lot of the kids.
Which is why so many of them dream of coming to the United States.
If they're younger, they want an education. If they're older, then they want to be able to provide for their families.
Jenny says knowing the journey these children are willing to make to get here proves how badly they want better lives.
To come here through Mexico is dangerous and it's difficult, and I'm sure that all of them experience something on the way here that none of us will experience ever in our life. They're going through a lot to escape a very hard life, and I respect them for that.
More than 1/2 of Central Americans live in poverty. 45% of children in Nicaragua and Guatemala live in extreme poverty and suffer malnutrition. So how did this happen? What keeps these people from emerging from the darkness by which they are surrounded? Political instability. Dependence on agriculture. Racism towards indigenous people.
One of the things that makes this country great is that we are a nation of immigrants. Our people come from every corner of the globe. That's what makes us special. That's what makes us unique. And throughout our history, we've come here in wave after wave from everywhere, understanding that there was something about this place where the whole was greater than the sum of its parts. That all the different cultures and ideas and energy would come together and create something new. We won this country's freedom together. We built this country together. We defended this country together. It makes us special. It makes us strong. It makes us Americans.